How you doing?
Good. I'm doing good, thank you.
How are things going for this training camp, and how are you feeling ahead of a Saturday night?
Wonderful. I'm feeling fantastic. I'm fighting the Hurricane Shane, number 14. So yeah, it's my time to make my way to the top 15, but it's gonna be a hard one, a fun one.
It's funny you say that, right? Because I think when this fight was announced, everyone sort of comes to the same conclusion, right? This is going to be a tough fight. It's going to be a crazy fight. Do you go into the fight feeling that way, or do you just think, hey, I have to worry about what I'm doing and not focus on what he might do?
Oh, it's both. It takes two to tango. I'm aware of his abilities, and I'm aware that he's pushing the pace. I never faced someone who pushed the pace as much as him. Like, nobody laughs when they get hit by Josh Emmett, and this guy laughs. So yeah, he's a very scary man, and yeah, that makes it so interesting.
When you know he can take that sort of damage, do you have to think to yourself, if I hit him really hard and he stays there, I can't freak out. I have to just know that he can go for 15 minutes.
Yeah, once you know, you know. I know I dropped a lot of guys with my left hand, and if I hit him right on the jaw and he starts smiling, I'm like, okay, keep it composed and keep doing damage as much as I can. I think he got hit with a lot of boxing stuff, but yeah, I'm coming as a kickboxer more than anything. So yeah, kicking, but he said he wants to use his grappling a lot, which is something of course I'm concerned about. But you saw in my last fight, I have the ability to submit these guys. I submitted Vanata, who's only been submitted by Tony Ferguson. So yeah, I got a good jiu-jitsu, so wherever the fight goes, I'll try to break him down as much as I can.
You don't want to count your chickens before they hatch, right? But do you, when this fight, they come to you with this fight, do you sort of think like, that's cool, I'll also make another 50 grand that night?
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, money's a good thing, but I'm chasing his head more than anything. Like, they call me, they say, we have a bounty on Shane Burgos' head. If you win, we give you this. Do you want it, yes or no? So yeah, I'm more of a bounty hunter. Not like Doug, the American guy, but yeah, that would be cringe.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah, bounty hunting is my job right now.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Charles, after your last fight, you told us that you wanted to fight Edson Barbosa. I know that's obviously a big name, but fighting a ranked guy like Shane, do you feel like that this is even better than what you asked for?
Yes, in terms of matchup, everybody freaked out when they saw the news. I think Edson was a very nice fight as well, but Shane and Edson were the two guys that I was like very interested in. I said Edson because he has a bigger name than Shane, but yeah. Either way, I'm very happy. When my manager called me, they said they offer you Shane Burgos. He was supposed to be at UFC 276, and he had something, or maybe he didn't have anything. He wanted to fight in front of 22,000 people who are going to boo me and hate me. So yeah, when they said Shane Burgos, I said I don't mind. When they said it's going to be in his backyard, I said, oh, shit, let's go, let's do it.
Do you think this is better in a lot of ways too than maybe fighting on like an international fight week card, because there's more, you know, with that card there's all title fights, all this sort of stuff, but now like the attention can be on you a little bit more?
Absolutely. I think the only fight that can steal the show from us is the 5-rounder of featherweights. I think Brian Ortega is the only guy that came close to finish Volkanovski, so that's very incredible. And we have Yair, this spectacular fighter who's jumping around and very, very capable man. So yeah, I think featherweights are just, especially for me, I love featherweights fights. It's rare that I miss one. So yeah, knowing that we have this crazy main event and us as a backup main event, I would say, yeah, I think the fans are going to be in for a treat.
Yeah, and speaking of fans, he's from New York, obviously, so there's a little bit of enemy territory here. Are you ready for that? Is that something that excites you at all, that aspect?
Yes, it happens to me in Rochester. It was 15,000 just screaming and throwing stuff at me and hating me. So yeah, that was fun. And Korea was the same thing, but Korea was more respectful, I would say, because the martial arts been into their tradition for so long. But yeah, enemy territory, as long as there's energy, I don't mind if it's boos towards me and cheers for him. I think people are going to be very thrilled about that fight. That's all that matters. Like, the fans are the one making us do money. You know, they're paying good amount of money to be in the stadium. So if they boo me, if they love me, I don't mind, as long as they're there, they show up, and they give us energy. So I'm grateful for whatever situation's going to happen.
And obviously everybody keeps talking about this being a war and a battle and fight of the night before it even happens. But for you, are there certain things from watching him, like on your technical side, that you feel like you're a step above him in certain areas?
Oh yes, Shane Burgos is a very tough man, but he has holes in his game, and you can see, like, the more he fights, the more he takes damage, the more his body can take it. Like the delayed knockdown with the Edson Barbosa, well, knockout, is a proof of that. Like but what we have to give to Shane is willingness to keep going and keep getting damage and not caring. He wants to break you mentally. He doesn't want to break you technically. He just wants to be in your face and make you feel like you don't want to be there. So yeah, I never felt that. I got caught one time by submission by Erosa, and it happened. But I wanted to stay in there. I was in that fight. I just got caught. But never in a fight in my life I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. So I think Shane, that's what he wants to do, and that's what he wants to push the guys when he fights. He wants to make you quit more than beat you technically. So yeah, it's going to be either my technicality or his ability to make me quit. That would be the thing about that matchup.
Great. Thanks.
Of course. That's it. Hey, thank you guys.